Welcome to the DivaSpeaks Relationships Talk Show. Welcome. I am so excited to be with you here again, unexpectedly, but I'm super excited to be here with you again. Welcome to the DivaSpeaks Relationships Talk Show. My name is AnGala Portorreal, and we have a new letter. Oh, yes, we do. We got a new letter, guys. We got a new letter. But it's an old issue. It's a familiar issue. It's something that if you haven't experienced it before, you've definitely heard about it by way of friends and family, co-workers, maybe somebody you know of. Okay, my eyelashes are already acting up, guys. They don't want me to be great. But anyway, it's an issue that we're all familiar with, okay? If you haven't experienced it, when I get into the thick of this letter, you're going to know exactly what I am talking about. But I'm so excited to be back here with you guys, again, unexpectedly. Some time freed up in my schedule, and you know what? I said, let me just get back to business because DivaSpeaks is my business. Amen. All right. So for those of you who are just now tuning in, I want to thank you for tuning in, stopping by, and I want you to buckle up because again, we got a hot new letter. And you know what? I just think you're going to be so in tune to what I'm about to talk about tonight because there are some issues underlining in this particular letter. I think that we're all thinking to ourselves, do I or don't I? Should I or should I not? Okay, so yeah, for those of you who have been rocking with me since day one, I thank you for your loyal support. You are valued and appreciated. I thank you so very much. You are awesome. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your viewership. I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for all of it, from the podcast to the television show. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you are appreciated. Thank you so very much. Okay, from the bottom of my heart, as we end out the last few days, as this is being recorded, this is the last few days of the year. You know what? I am just really excited about making some changes to what wasn't working before in my own life, and excited to see how the changes will impact my life moving forward. And I hope all of you are just as excited and got some things lined up that you want to tweak a little bit, that you want to, kind of shake it up a little bit, get some things in place and see how things turn out differently for you. I pray God's goodness and blessings and best over your decisions. Amen. So I got a lot going on because I got a lot of things moving at one time. So you see me with a couple of different devices. Don't judge me. I do what I got to do to bring this to you. So don't judge me. If you haven't had a chance to follow me on social media, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am asking you tonight. Okay. Well, today, whenever you watch this, go and follow me on TikTok. TikTok is when I do a live show, it's going to be on my TikTok, and it's typically on a Thursday or it's late at night. So what you want to do is you want to tune in so you can be there. You can get it firsthand. You can, you can discuss whatever you need to discuss, chime in respectively, okay? Give a comment, feedback, or an alternative perspective. As long as it's grown and sexy, okay, and respectful, I welcome it. I welcome the engagement. But again, my show is only for the grown and sexy. I don't need no combative attitude, neck rolling, men beating on their chest. Don't bring that mess to me. Don't bring that mess over here. I don't want it. I don't receive it. I'll send it back to you, block you, and keep it pushing. There are plenty other people, content creators for social media or whatever, that you can do that mess with, but don't bring it to DivaSpeaks because I will block you in a heartbeat. I don't have time for that. We have the grown and sexy conversations over here. So I'm just letting you know beforehand what I'm not going to tolerate. However, if you're grown and sexy and you know how to communicate, you know how to stick to the subject at hand, I definitely welcome your feedback. I welcome your opinions about the letters that we're reading. And for all of those who are out there and just wanting to jump into the conversation, just come on by. Again, my TikTok handle is DivaSpeaks Relationships and the number 1. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget, please don't forget, let's not forget where it all started is DivaSpeaks Relationships podcast. You know what? The podcast is going to forever be there because I do not despise the days of small beginnings. Now, since I started my podcast back in 2019, the numbers have doubled. I think it's well over 3 million of the podcasts out there. But according to Spotify and these statistics on my podcast, I'm going strong. I got a good, solid audience that I have built, not from paying anybody, not from any commercials, but good old-fashioned talking about things that matter to grown people, okay? Grown folk conversation. So make sure you follow DivaSpeaks Relationships podcast, and it is available literally everywhere. When I say everywhere, my podcast is everywhere. To God be the glory. Wherever you get your podcast from, whether that's Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Anchor, wherever you get your podcast from, I'm there. Okay, DivaSpeaks Relationships. Go check it out. Subscribe to the podcast. So when I do a live show over there, oh, God willing, I got to make time to do a live show on my podcast. But anyway, the podcast is where it's at. So make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. And last, definitely, no, it's not last, but another thing I want to bring out, if you have not had an opportunity, if you did not know that the Diva has her own Roku channel, okay? Yes, DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel. So if you have not had a chance to add my channel, if you have a Roku television to your TV, make sure that you add it today. What are you waiting on? I need you to do this for me. Add the DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel to your Roku television, because you don't know what's going to be on there. You don't know what kind of programs I'm about to drop into my line of programming, okay? So make sure that you add it. I got a lot of shows that are video on demand, so you can watch it at whatever your discretion. You know, I do some live shows. I feed it through the Roku channel, and it's just such a blessing. So make sure that you add the channel. As always, you know, I'm grateful for the many places that the DivaSpeaks Relationship Talk Show airs, as far as Access 21, Spectrum, Cable, Channel 21, AT&T, Uverse, the Now Television Network, them and their live streaming and their Roku channel, as well as Intel Satellite TV. The Divas on Satellite TV. I don't know where you've been at, but I'm over there, okay? The ministry is over there, and that's 7 different channels. The point that I want to make is, no matter how many places that God has allowed my shows to be aired, and I'm grateful, okay? Let's not get it twisted. There is nothing like having your own. It's nothing like having your own, because when all else fails, if all else should fail, I got my own, okay? I can air my content, or, you know, as I'm bringing in people that work out, okay? Bottom line, you got to work out. This ain't anyway. As I bring in people, as the new year rolls in, you know what? You'll be able to see some fresh content, some alternative perspective, you know, a good mix and variety of this and that, and flashback Fridays and throwback Thursdays, and all of the good old-fashioned good time 90s sitcoms, and all of that stuff is available on the DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel. And my God, that was a mouthful. But if you missed it, don't worry. This will be in the video on demand section, and you can visit my website, because it is a one-stop shop for everything I just talked about. My website is official.com, diva-speaks-official.com. Woo, that was almost 10 minutes worth of talking, but well worth it, because I am responsible for letting you know what you can expect from me and where to find my shows. So kudos to the Diva for giving you the information that you need. So we have a letter. And when I get started and start reading this letter, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me get my glasses, okay? Don't judge me. I have to have these glasses, but I don't even know how I do it with these lashes on, guys. You try to put the glasses on and you got the lashes on, and sometimes it's a hot mess. For those girls that wear the occasional eyelashes like I do, and you wearing the glasses, I don't know how you do it. You know what? I am jealous. You are the true MVP because I be struggling over here with my glasses. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it, okay? All right, I'm going to try to get oh, Lord. Here we go, guys. Here comes the struggle. Trying to get these glasses on, behind the locks, behind the ears. All right, look at me. Okay, ain't God good? Look at me, got the glasses on. Okay. So let me get this letter pulled up from our good sister, and let's talk about the struggle. So, guys, no judgment zone. Remember, this is a grown and sexy place. This is a grown and sexy place. So we're not judging anybody. We just simply here to get into this letter and chop it up. That's it. My friend, this is the caption. My friend caught my husband with his side chick. My friend caught my husband with his side chick. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here we go. So my husband cheated on me with his coworkers a few months ago. He told me he would stop, but he never did. And they continued to hook up multiple times in his office. We are currently separated with the intention of working on ourselves and hopefully reconciling in the near future, as we have 2 kids and really want to keep our family together. With this in mind, he told me he would no longer see his coworker. We live downtown Philadelphia, and my friend texts me and says she saw my husband having dinner with another woman. I asked her to describe her, and basically she described the same coworker he cheated with. I had to contact my husband earlier that day, and he did not mention anything about going out with his coworker and told me he would be working late. After their dinner, my friend followed them and saw they had gone back to the same car. She called me right away and told me they were getting hot and heavy in his vehicle, which was parked right in a busy street, meaning anyone walking by could see them. I confronted him about this, and he told me immediately that my friend was telling the truth. I asked for details, and he told me that they hooked up on the ride home. This totally pissed me off and caused a huge fight between us. Now he's pissed and will not talk to me, saying we are separated and he can do as he pleases. I'm not as pissed about him being with her as I am about him operating the vehicle while hooking up with her in the middle of downtown Philadelphia. He is the father of my children, and he put his safety at risk for this woman. The fact that he could do that to our children just baffles me. Am I overreacting, Diva? Are you overreacting? Oh my goodness. Listen. No, you're not overreacting, but I think you got your priorities are all over the place and they're not in the right place. You're worried about him operating a vehicle versus your husband stepping out on you. That's number one. So what I'm gathering, what you didn't say, was she performing fellatio on him? Is that what we're talking about? Operating the vehicle? Because you really didn't say, but that is to be gathered based on what you shared. But listen, the fact that he thinks that he can do as he's pleased, that he thinks that he can do as he pleases because the two of you are separated is that's a red flag for me, because you stated it at the very beginning, at the top of the letter, that the two of you were separated. You acknowledged that, but you were supposed to be working on yourselves individually. And as you do that, you were going to be working on the marriage and trying to keep your family together. And the only thing he's doing is, utilizing this time, taking advantage of this time that the two of you are separated to really go ahead and go in, nosedive into that affair that he was having, which was the cause of you two breaking up in the first place. And then he's not even discreet about it. Your friend caught your man, your husband, with his side chick out in public, and then these two no good individuals got the nerve to take it back to his car downtown Philadelphia in the open where everybody could see them making out and her performing fellatio on your husband in his car. Man, I don't think he's trying to work it out. I think he's really into this woman that he works with, and it's sad that he's willing to throw away his family behind this woman, that he's willing to throw away the marriage and no consideration to how you're feeling about what he's done. You know, based on only on the information that you have shared thus far, this affair is the reason that you two are not together. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And by the way, separated does not mean single. Separated means you two are still married. You're married legally and you're married in the eyes of God. It is still a holy covenant that he continues to disgrace because he wants to satisfy his flesh and get in between the legs of another woman. And I always say this on my TikTok live. It's a damn shame when you can't trust your spouse or your significant other to go to work without worried about if they cheating on you with somebody at the office. And this is the situation he's created because he works with the woman that he is having the affair with. And now they have no shame because now he can throw in your face, as he has done, we're separated. So he feels no type of way. Separated does not mean that you're single. And you know, I recently just said, and I'm going to get to all of that. I just said on one of my lives, sometimes the hardest thing you'll find yourself doing, or you're having to be faced with the decision of walking away from a relationship or a marriage while you are still emotionally connected and very much in love with your spouse, very much in love with your partner, very much in love with your significant other, and you can see that they're refusing to do right by you. You can see that they have no plans on changing the behaviors that are negatively impacting your marriage or your relationship. So you are you're forced. It's like you're forcing your hand. Like, you can't think that this is okay. You can't think that you can continue to commit adultery, continue to sleep and see other people outside of our union, our covenant, our relationship, our marriage, and I'm supposed to sit here idly and watch you work this out your system, or until you get enough, or you think that you can have your cake and eat it too. Sometimes we are faced with the decision of walking away from somebody who no longer wants to do right by us and honor their vows, their covenant. It's unfortunate. And you know, if you know me, if you know my platform, then you know I am heavy. I'm extremely heavy on the keep the relationship and the family together and intact, and both of you going to neutral corners and acknowledging what you brought to the table in terms of the baggage that has led to the separation or the brink of collapse of the relationship. I'm pro that. You know, you go over here, you figure out what you've done. I'm going to do the same. We're going to meet in the middle and we're going to figure this thing out. I am so pro reconciliation and restoration, but it does me no good to tell you to try and reconcile with someone who's not regretful of the things that they are doing to destroy the relationship. And this is what he's doing. You ask, are you overreacting? No, you're not overreacting. I think your priorities are misplaced. You're worried about his safety. You need to worry about your safety. Okay, my good sis, you need to worry about your safety. What do I mean by that? I mean, I hope that if you are still sexually involved with your husband, that you are using protection, because you are very much aware that he's sleeping with somebody outside of your relationship. You are very much aware that he has somebody that he is seeing and he is very much sexually active with. So you need to be worried about your safety, and you need to make him wrap it up if you are still having sex with your husband. No one, especially me, is here to judge you on that. I'm just saying, be proactive and make sure that you are taking yourself and that you are doing what's necessary to protect you from any sexually transmitted diseases that he may be bringing back to you, because you don't know this woman. You don't know her sexual history. You don't know how she's lived her life. You don't know if she's lived it fast and cut it loose, been sexually promiscuous. You don't know how many other husbands she's been sleeping with, right? So my point is, I need you to get really concerned about your safety and making sure that he don't bring you back nothing, because you know what? He's going to reap what he sowed. And sometimes that ain't got nothing to do with you. He got to pay for it. And sometimes I've got tons of letters I got to get through. Honey, they bringing stuff back home. Okay. And I don't want you to be one of the sad casualties of, significant other or spouses that really got comfortable and didn't do what was necessary to protect yourself and your vessel from getting infected with something that your spouse brought back home to you because they were just so willing to satisfy their flesh. They didn't think, how things could turn out, right? So let's get back to this letter. So another issue that I have is that he's just so sloppy and just don't give a damn that, you got people out here seeing what he's doing and bringing it back to you. That's sad, because your friend caught your husband with his side chick and brought it back to you. And I can tell you that you don't even have to be a woman that's going through that to be mad as hell for you. Mad for you, because you deserve better than that. You deserve better than a man or a spouse who's going out, just first of all, be out here breaking their vows, okay, and breaking your heart. You deserve better than somebody who is not even discreet about it. So it's all in the open for everybody to see. Like, you really just don't give that much 2 cents about the relationship. It's up for consumption for everybody to see. That's the problem that I have with it. So even if you were trying to manage your privacy and what the two of you were going through, he's thrown caution to the wind and he doesn't give a damn who knows. That is what I call, typically on my live shows, a no good husband. You got yourself a no good husband. You got yourself a no good husband who's willing to tell you anything in the meantime, and when he's in your face, and as soon as he's outside of your presence, he does whatever he wants to do, and he doesn't care how it hurts you. That is what is so sad. He doesn't care how it's going to hurt you. And all this talk, let me tell you something, it's just talk. He's not trying to reconcile. He is not trying to reconcile, because a man or a woman that was truly serious and really about the business of saving the marriage and repenting for what he's done, he wouldn't be doing these type of things. He definitely still wouldn't be sleeping with the side chick and out in the open about it. I mean, that's just the level of I don't give up that I just wouldn't wish on any person, And the question when I got the letter that I was thinking about, for those who may have been in a situation as the wife or the cheating husband or the friend. If you was a friend to a person and you caught their spouse out in public doing what this husband did, would you be brave enough to tell your friend that you caught their man or their spouse or significant other out cheating on them? That's the question. That is the real issue, because you know what? As much as you would want to, sometimes you got to ask yourself, how is that going to play out for you? Are you going to be vilified for bringing that information back to your friend? And people are crazy these days. Sometimes the cheating spouse may just want to do physical harm to you. I mean, it's just a whole lot that goes into this. If you're the friend who you just witnessed, okay, your friend's spouse dirty dogging them, and if you're the wife, like if you ever found out that your friend had knowledge of this, how would you take it if they didn't tell you? Because me, I'm gonna tell you right now, for where I am in my life right now, if I witnessed something, I don't know if I would share that information. I probably would hint that, have the conversations, carefully guided towards marriage and the enemy's attack on marriages and relationships. But the way my safety is set up, I'm not trying to put myself in harm's way. And I think a lot of people will feel like that as well. Like, you know what? I just don't want to get involved. I don't want to insert myself into your personal affairs and whatever you got going on. And then you may resent me for knowing something that you didn't really want me to know. But here I am. I chose to see it and then bring it back to you. So I'm just saying, I want to know, reach out to me on social media, let me know, or send me an email at DivaSpeaksOfficial@gmail.com. What would you do if you were the friend that discovered that your friend's spouse was cheating on and out in public like that? What would you do? How would you handle it? And are you okay with your decision? I mean, as bad as most of us married folk, or you know what, anybody in a relationship, as bad as you want to know, you have to also take into consideration people just don't want to get involved because people are crazy out here. Sometimes if you start threatening a person's family, they thinking that they're getting away with cheating, and here you are about to expose them. Ooh, that could put you in harm's way, and ultimately you may end up losing your life. So I don't know. My heart says, tell, but my safety says, mind your business. Just stay out of it. You know what? Whatever God wants that good sis or good man to know, good brother to know, God will make sure that all is revealed within divine timing. But I don't recommend putting yourself in harm's way trying to share information that ain't your business. But if you are just now tuning in, the wife wrote in, her friend called her husband with his side chick. So if you're just not tuning in, I'm gonna struggle to put these glasses back on. I'm gonna go through the letter one more time. And you know what? And we're going to talk about it and end the show because there is another segment to the show. All right. And amen. My friend saw my husband with his side chick. So I'm just going back over the letter. If you're just now tuning in, so I can bring you in and up to date. My husband cheated on me with his coworker a few months ago. And let me stop right there. That's when you found out about it, ma'am. Good sis, that's when you found out about it, because I always say that's why you got to tune into my lives. Go on over there. If you don't have a TikTok account, go and create one and follow me on TikTok. DivaSpeaks Relationships is the number one. I always say, for whatever you think you discovered, whenever you discovered it, whatever they told you was a lie. It's been going on way longer than a few months. That's just when they got caught or when he felt the need or they had to share it. It's been going on longer than that. But I digress back to the letter. My husband cheated on me with his coworker a few months ago. He told me he would stop, but he never did, and they continued to hook up multiple times in his office. We are currently separated with the intention on working on ourselves and hopefully reconciling in the near future, as we have 2 kids and really want to keep our family together. With this in mind, he told me he would no longer see his coworker. We live in downtown Philadelphia, and my friend texted me and said she saw my husband having dinner with another woman. I asked her to describe this woman, and she basically described the same coworker. I had contacted my husband earlier that day, and he didn't mention anything about going out to dinner with his coworker and told me he would be working late. After their dinner, my friend followed them and saw they had gone back to the same car. She called me right away and told me that they were getting hot and heavy in his car, which was parked right in a busy street, meaning anyone walking by could see. I confronted him about this, and he told me immediately that my friend was telling the truth. I asked for the details, and he told me that they hooked up on the ride home. This totally pissed me off and caused a huge fight between us. Now he's pissed and will not talk to me, saying that we're separated and he can do as he pleases. I'm not as pissed about him with her as I am about operating a vehicle while hooking up in the middle of downtown Philadelphia. He is the father of my children, and he put his safety at risk for this woman. The fact that he could do this to our children just baffles me. Am I overreacting, Diva? Okay, so let me just run back through this. Okay, he told me he would stop and he never did. They continue to hook up multiple times in his office. It's convenient. They work together. He lied to you. That's what I need you to get through your head. He's been lying to you. He's been lying to you and cheating on you. And the fact that he works with this woman, it makes it very convenient for them to continue this affair and him to continue the cheating. You also say that the two of you had the intent on reconciling. My good sister, he doesn't want to reconcile, at least not right now. He wants to continue with this affair. You want to reconcile. He's not. You said that he refuses to talk to you because he got caught, and he told you he can do as he pleases because you guys are separated. You know, I've heard that before. And you know what? I there's part of me that wants to tell him to kiss your ass, because that is a hurtful, and I mean, he's just really putting it out there that he's going to do what he wants to do, regardless as to how you feel, regardless as to the fact that he's a married man. He stopped talking to you and told you that he can do as he pleases because the two of you are separated. Separated does not mean single. You're married until you're divorced, period. You're married until you're divorced. And at no point in this letter did you say that the two of you are moving in the direction of divorce. Your husband wants his cake and wants to eat it too. Maybe. But based on what you've described, it seems like he really wants to just continue on with this affair. And when the conversation between the two of you resume, because the two of you have children together. You said you have 2 children. You need to find out what type of hold this woman has on your husband, because this man is willing to risk his entire family behind this woman that he works with. And for the love of God, if the two of you really get it together, if he really, is repentant about what he's done, he comes to his senses, I wouldn't trust him working at that job. There's no way you're going to be able to rebuild trust and to be able to trust him, period, just to go to work for one. But to still work at the same job where this woman is, where there's easy access, I wouldn't recommend it. And that would be a burden that he would have to bear, because he has done nothing but continue to lie to you, cheat, and continue that affair with that old heifer that he worked with. And you deserve better than that. You absolutely do. He doesn't care if you know. He doesn't care who sees. He doesn't care how it impacts you. What are you left with? What are you left with? What do you have to work with? The short answer would be you still have prayer. I would encourage you to pray. And cry out to God about what you are going through, because nobody deserves to be really just out there with it and don't give a crap about how it's affecting you. He is letting you know, I'm going to do what I want to do with this woman, no matter how you feel about it. And I don't care who sees it, because I want to do this woman. She's got a hold on him. And you need to find out what's going on. And it is my prayer that you really have a good, strong support system, because again, sister, you deserve better than the way this man has treated you. You deserve so much better than this. You are worth more than this. Let me just tell you, you are worth so much more than this. So it is my prayer that you get into some counseling. If he's, at some point, if he's open to marital counseling and therapy, definitely check out my website and you will see the resource of the tools that I am talking about. It is available for you. It is for exactly what you're going through. Because at some point, I'm hoping that he's going to come to his senses and you guys are going to be able to have the conversation. I pray that when those conversations start happening, that forgiveness is on the table, that grace is on the table, that open communication and honesty is on the table, because you're going to need all of that in order to come out of what he has taken the both of you through. And I want you to know that you are not the first woman to go through this, and you will not be the last. I need you to know that many women have survived this and come out of these types of unfortunate sets of circumstances. Some of them are, able to keep their marriages and relationships intact. But for those who didn't, they go on with their life and they remarry and get to a better relationship, somebody that's more trustworthy. However it works out for you, I want you to be okay. And I want you to know that you didn't deserve this. You don't deserve this. I hope that all of it comes to a halt very, very soon, and you don't have to be faced with other people coming back and telling you what they witnessed your husband doing. And that going back to the part of the show where I was saying that, if you were the friend, what would you do? Would you tell your friend what you saw, their significant other cheating on them? Going back to that part, your friend that told you is probably the friend that built up enough courage to share that with you. If he's out in the open like that, has no remorse, and he's just going to do him, he's going to do what he wants to do, I wonder how many other people, friends, associates, your co-workers, his co-workers, people at your church, how many neighbors, friends, acquaintances have actually caught him out doing that but didn't want to get involved? Because he's reckless with it. He doesn't care. So you know what? My heart goes out to you. You deserve better. And I want you to know that you deserve better. Stay on your knees in prayer, and I promise you it'll get better. It may not be a cakewalk. It won't be overnight. It will be a struggle. It is a process. But understand that you too can come out of this. You can come out of this if you do it the right way. If you do it the right way. Trust me when I tell you, you can come out of this with a peace of mind. You can come out of this with a clear conscience. You can come out of this with peace in your heart and forgiveness on your heart, and you can bless him and tell him whatever happens, I just don't want to deal with it, or whatever happens, I'm sure we can get through it. If you do it the right way, you don't even have to end up with a felony in prison with a record or go to hell behind it if you do it the right way. If you listen to the right people, if you contain as much as you can your privacy without allowing everyone and anyone to talk to you during this season of your life. And it's just a season. I need you to remember that there is not a season that we know about that lasts for eternity. Not one. Not winter, spring, summer, or fall. All seasons have a beginning and an end. There is an expiration date because you change seasons. So just sit tight, my sister. Remain diligent in your faith and know that this too shall pass, just like any other season. But if you do it the right way, you can come out of it again without a warrant, a felony, having to do prison time, or ending up on an episode of Snapped. Okay? Can I say that again? If you do it the right way, you can come out of it without ending up on an episode of Snap. I don't want that for you. You shouldn't want that for yourself. You know what? Because at the end of the day, you have yourself to think about, and you have 2 small children that you are raising and that you are responsible for. So many times people get so engaged with their emotions that they don't think clearly, and it allows them, because their actions are being led by emotions, okay, that their emotions leads them to make a bad decision, and then your freedom is taken away from you. Then you're having to spend the rest of your life behind bars for doing something that you should not have done because you led with emotion. You didn't stop to think and center yourself and get a hold of yourself and say, you know what, this man or this woman is not worth my salvation nor my freedom. This man nor this woman is worth my peace of mind. Even if I got away with what I plan on doing because they have hurt me so bad that I want to hurt them back, they're not worth my salvation, my peace of mind, or in your case, being taken away from your children and your children having to live and being raised without their mother. Understand? He's not worth it. But I'm saying, if you don't do this the right way, you can end up listening to people who will have you all wrapped up in your emotions, not thinking clearly and not making a good decision for you, your future, and your children. Let's be smart about this. Let's get smart about this. Know that you deserve better. Know that I support you in your endeavors. Know that I want whatever you want, what's best for your marriage. You know what? It may seem like the enemy is winning right now. Okay. And it may seem like your husband is getting away with what he's doing to you right now. Okay, it may seem like it, but understand this, switching over into DivaSpeaks Relationship Ministry, the Bible does say that you will reap what you sow. That's what it says. And you know what? The world has a saying too, karma. Karma will visit you no matter where you are. Karma doesn't need a GPS. Karma knows where you are at any given time to pay you a visit. And your husband is no exception to that. So I want you to keep your head up. Keep your head up. Cry if you gotta cry. Be angry if you gotta be angry. You know what? Just get into, let yourself feel those emotions and then come out of it. Get back to work. Get back to work on your marriage. Get back to work on yourself. Get back to the business of you, because you deserve better and you got to know this, okay? I hope that you guys really listen to this letter. And if you are someone you know is going through something like this, well, you know, this good sister, God bless you, sister, is going through, just know that you are not alone. A lot of times the enemy will get us feeling some type of way because it would seem like logically, you know, you're not the only person going through this. We know of stories. If you don't know anybody in person, you've seen it on TV, documentaries about it, reality TV about it. But sometimes when these things happen to you, the enemy will have you surrounded with people who have nothing but wonderful stories, or they are living in the best seasons of their life. Everybody in marriages and relationships is all happy, and here you are over here going through. That's how the enemy gets to you. So for those of you who may be going through something similar, just know you're not alone. You are not alone. Somebody out there is going through something just like you are, and worse, and trying to figure out how to get through it, how to navigate this journey so that they can get to the other side. Somebody just like you is in so much pain that their prayer to God is, I just want to feel good again. I just want to be happy again. I just want to wake up without crying all night the night before. I want to wake up and don't have a heavy heart. I want to wake up and not have a heavy spirit. I want to wake up with a smile on my face and joy in my heart, and not thinking about the pain that I am living through right now, the hell that I'm in right now. Just know that you are not alone, and that's the enemy's trick, is to make you think that you are all alone, or that you're the only one in your circle or in your environment or in your community, in your neighborhood, in your city. You're the only one going through it. You're the only one, and that's a lie. You are not. You can get through it. And just remember what I told our good sister here. It matters what you do. It matters what you do when you're in the storm. It matters who you allow to listen to your story, and who you allow to give you feedback or advice or give you what they would do. It matters. It absolutely matters, because listening to the wrong person will conjure up some unholy feelings inside of you and make you do something that you may regret doing later. Again, nobody is worth your salvation or your freedom. I want you to remember that. My name is AnGala Portorreal. I have enjoyed speaking with you guys tonight on the last show. I'm not sure when you're going to see it, but I'm taping it on the last few days of 2022. It has been my pleasure to talk with you guys. I love you. I love you. Don't forget, add the DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel. Do not forget to follow me on social media. Do not forget, okay, to subscribe to the podcast. Do not forget that the DivaSpeaks Relationships Ministry episodes airs on Thursdays on the Now Network and Intel satellite TV, 7 different channels, okay? Every Thursday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then my talk show, what you're watching now, airs on Access 21, their Roku channel, their live stream every second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as well as every second and fourth Friday of the month, same time for Spectrum Cable and AT&T Uverse. God is good. I'm everywhere. Okay. Spread the word. My name is AnGala Portorreal. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your evening. And until we connect and fellowship again, you guys be blessed and much love. ministry. You know what? I just come with a word of encouragement, to any and everyone under the sound of my voice. Because if you can hear me and you can see me, you made it. Another year that the Lord has blessed all of us with. So the question is, what are we going to do different? What are we going to do different? What did we learn in 2022 that will benefit us and impact our 2023, right? What kind of seeds dear Jesus, are you going to plant this year so you can look forward to a harvest you can be proud of in the future, right? And looking back, what type of seeds did you plant back there and you didn't like the results? It's all about learning and growing, right? What didn't work out in your relationship last season, last year, okay? Take a note of it, learn from it, grow from it, and move forward, okay? Be the best person that you can possibly be, not only standing up in the kingdom of God, but for yourself as an individual, and show up in your relationships, okay? As the best, godliest person that you can be. Just know that whenever you get tired, whenever your soul feels weary, whenever the enemy has been relentless in your relationship, in your life, and you are starting to get tired and weary, you have every right to feel tired, but understand that the enemy, the devil, does not take a break. He is relentless and he is on the job, okay? So you can get tired, but don't stop, don't quit, don't give up. Because God's promises await for you on the other side. Use whatever you may be going through or whatever you have went through. Use it as a moment. Seize the moment to be able to have a testimony so you can testify about the goodness of God and give God the glory for whatever you may be going through. Because I know, based on the letters that I get and the things that I see, I know personally how busy the enemy can or has been. He is attacking relationships, and people are feeling as if they got to throw things away. They got to abandon hope, that they don't have any other choice but to give in and give up. And you know what? That's not what God wants us to do. It may be hard. It may get rough. It may seem like it's impossible. Like you're not going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You may feel like giving up and saying, God, why? But you know what? Just understand that you're not the first person to go through something, whatever you're going through, and you won't be the last. I just need you to remain encouraged. Remain encouraged and know that God will never leave you or forsake you. Know that your marriages are a holy covenant, orchestrated and designed by God. So no matter what you're facing, make sure that you are diligent in turning it over to God. Make sure you are diligent with going to God first. Make sure that you are not leading with emotion. That's one of the most effective tools of the enemy, is to get you to buy into your emotions and then act out and lash out and speak things, that ungodly things, over your own marriage and over your own relationship, speaking death and divorces over your own marriages because you are so frustrated and caught up with what the enemy has had going on in your life. I just come to you with encouragement, and just be encouraged and know that 2023 can be one of your best and most successful years. And just know also that when you are under attack, when the enemy is throwing things at you left and right and out of nowhere, oh, God must be up to something. There must be a major blessing in your path and right up on you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be fighting you so hard If anything, let that be a source of encouragement for you. You got to stay in the fight. You got to remain encouraged. You got to encourage yourself. My name is AnGala Portorreal. Welcome to 2023. Make sure that you check out the DivaSpeaks Relationships Ministry episode. I have a new broadcast dropping this coming Thursday at 5 a.m. on the Now Television Network, the Roku channel, and Intel Satellite. Okay, make sure you check it out, the ministry aspect, and it will be airing on the DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel as well later this week. Hallelujah. Guys, don't give up. I don't care what it looks like. Don't give up. I don't care what the enemy has told you. Don't give up. I don't care who walked out and who walked away. Don't give up. I don't care how many people you called and they didn't pick up and they didn't respond and they turned their back on you. Don't give up. You got this thing. If anything, the lesson you should have learned or been taught is that the only person that we need to be calling is our God, our Father in heaven. Because people will let you down. People will turn their back. But God will always show up. Okay? He will always show up. Always. And let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. Take note of. Take note of the people that remain. Take note of the people who were there, who are there. Make the best of what's left, as Bishop Jakes would say. Make the best of what you got left. Make the best of it. Don't cry about, don't worry about who ain't there, who didn't support, who didn't do this, who didn't do that. It don't matter what it looked like. God got you. If I can leave you with anything else, I'm a testimony. I'm a living witness of that. God got you. Anything that people thought they took from you, God will replace. I'm a living witness of that. And anybody, anyone, friends, family, significant others, or spouses, anybody that walked out of your life in 2022, anybody that ghosted you in 2022 or 2021 or 2020 or 2019, anybody that walked out on you before today, let them be. Let them go. As Bishop Jakes would say, your destiny ain't tied to those people. And you never know why God allowed them to walk out of your life. You don't know what God is protecting you from. Let that be a word for you. Amen. God's got you. No matter what it looked like. No matter how you feel today, God got you. Let me testify. God got you. Happy New Year.